everyone and welcome to today's video. I'm Valentine, I'm a violinist, and today I wanted to give you some tips and advice on different materials that you could buy when starting learning violin. So let's get started. And the first item you're gonna want to purchase is of course a violin. So regarding the violin, first of all you have to make sure you know what size you purchase, because you can have a 4/4 violin, which is just a full-size violin that every adult has, but you also have some smaller size violin like 3/4, half, etc, etc. That brings me to the second aspect you need to think about, which is whether you want to buy the violin or to rent the violin. You can actually rent the violin, and it might be better for several reasons. First of all, you don't have to invest as much money right now if you're not sure you want to continue, but also it will allow you to have a much better quality instrument for a smaller price. The last tip is actually linked to that. It's linked to quality. The problem if you buy like the cheapest violin on Amazon is that the quality is probably going to be very poor, and it's going to be difficult to make a decent sound with it. The item that will come with your violin, if you buy like a case and it's in a pack, it will be the bow. So the bow can either be in wood or carbon fiber most of the time. Wood is normally better quality and it might have a better balance, but carbon fiber can be more affordable and also more robust. And with the bow will also come normally, if you buy a pack, rosin, which is just like that. That's basically what is allowing your bow to adhere to the string and make sound. So you want to make sure that when you buy your bow, if it's a new bow, you put a fair amount of rosin to make sure it actually will sound. And the next step is going to be to have some spare strings, because first of all you might have a string that will just snap at some point and you want to be able to replace it quickly, but also you do want to change your strings regularly. This completely depends on the quality of your strings and how much you play. And the cleaning cloth, it will just be to actually clean up the residue of rosin that you will have on your violin. So about here, and on the actual strings, you just want to lightly go with like a microfiber cloth or something. Now let's talk about shoulder rest. So not all violinists use a shoulder rest. Most of the time violinists do use shoulder rest, especially on modern violin, and basically it's looking like this, and it's allowing your violin to be a little bit more stable around your shoulder and your neck. There are many different types of shoulder rests. I personally really like the brand Everest because I think they are nice and affordable, very good quality. The next one is a muter. You've got different kinds of muter that are more or less effective. So this is the actual practice muter, but you could also get what we call the concert muter, which is what I have just here. You can actually leave it on the violin all the time and just stick it onto the fingerboard like you would with the other one. We are now going to talk about the music stand. You've got loads of music stands, but in general, if you'd want to have some heavy, big sheet music books, you want something a little bit more robust, such as that. And then if you want just some single pages or some simple books that are actually quite light, you can go for the cheaper, lighter version, which is here. Also, I do insist, make sure that you check the total height of your music stand, because you do want the stand to go at least around the height of your eyes. You want to be able to stay nice and straight, have a nice posture while being able to read what is on the music. And to finish with, the last two items are actually going to be free, because the first one is a tuner. So why it's free? Because you can just download an app on your phone that will actually tell you if your violin is playing the right note for each string, or if it's too low, or if it's too high. Alternatively, you can also buy a tuner, such as this. And then finally is a metronome. It basically helps you to not accelerate, to not slow down, and keep the same pace, the same tempo throughout the whole piece. It also helps you to correct your rhythm. Same thing with this, you can buy an actual metronome, you can buy the fancy ones like that, you can buy the modern ones a bit like this, or you can simply get the app. Again, might be easier just to have the app. Okay, and that's about it. I wanted this video to be nice and concise as much as possible. Any questions? You can drop them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you.